Alright, what's up everybody? For all the breeding projects and everything going on, everybody has been asking how to make incubators. So I make one that's pretty simple and it does the trick, works for what I need. There's multiple variations, but what I'm going to show you is just an easy, simple one. Takes you about 3 to 5 minutes to make it. You don't really need much. You see the materials you need in front of you. You need a big tall deli cup, you need a shorter deli cup, you need a drill or a hand drill if you don't have a power drill. You need a pair of women's stockings with the feet in it. You gotta have the foot in it. A pair of scissors, a razor blade, and a rubber band. So, with that being said, we'll get started and show you how to make a simple incubator that works for, you can use this for species that have up to, I'd say 100, 120 eggs, and works with no problems. So, once you get into sacks that have a lot more of Phonopelma, Nandu, stuff like that, there's a much bigger incubator that you can make, and we'll do another video on that when the time comes for that. So let's get started with this. Alright, so you want to take the lids off. I'm going to sit this deli cup inside this one. What you want to do, go around. One, two, three. And make sure that goes through both cups. Clean off the edges. Alright, then with this cup, you want to take this cup here. You're going to pull out the razor blade, and where the cup starts to bevel, you're going to go along that line. Poke it through, and just trace that line all the way around. It's always good to have a nice sharp blade for when you're doing this so it cuts a little easier. Alright, and that's finished. You're done with the razor blade. Put that to the side. You're done with the drill. Put that to the side. And you're going to come over here and you'll see where that comes. So, hold on 1 second. Alright, when you see, you want to line your holes up on that. When you see where that second deli cup is, what I like to do is pour the water in. Where it's about an inch, inch and a half, maybe 2 inches below that second deli cup. Alright. And what you do from there, this is a hand drill in case you don't have a power drill. You can always use that. And what you do from there is you open up the stockings. And you want the foot end. I always take and cut about this much off. And you're done with that. You can put them to the side. Then what you do, take this, flip this upside down, and put the stocking over top of that. Then you set that cup inside here and roll the stocking back over. And what I do is I take this rubber band, goes around the outside, try to bring it up to the lip. All the way around so that holds. You want that stocking to be nice and tight on the bottom so that way there's no wrinkles or anything. And what you gotta do from here is, sometimes it's a pain in the butt. You gotta take this one deli cup. I usually use packing tape for this, but for this instance I'm just gonna, thought I was gonna use this. What this does is just holds this deli cup down to the bottom. To keep it from popping out from the pressure. Once you have that done, just cut it, go back around, push it all around. Back around with your rubber band. Get it all the way up to the lip. And you have that. And then you have two choices. You can either use a regular plain lid and just drill a couple holes in it, or you can use the vented lid. This doesn't let you get as much humidity, but it also allows a lot more ventilation. But with the incubator, I found you don't really need too much ventilation with it. The spiders, they grow perfectly fine. So I just take one of these and I just take the hand drill. And I'll poke with 5 holes in it. Put the lid back on. And there you have simple, quick incubator that will suffice up to 120 baby eggs from the tarantula. So, like I said, if you don't want to use that one, just pop this off. If you find out when you're testing, I don't want them off. Or you can just switch it out with the vented lid. But like I said, these ones work better. They keep a lot of the humidity in, and the small eggs with legs, or just eggs, they need the humidity to develop. So yeah, that's what you have. We'll also roll this back up if you want. Just keep it below the ventilation so that way the vent still gets in there, but that's what you have. And then we'll show you one of the incubators that's actually being used at the moment. Give you a little close-up of what the incubator looks like. This will be your finished product. See how the stocking at the bottom is nice and taut. Then you have this one. It's being used at the moment. These are Protector poker piece slings. Well, these are first instar. But what I like about this deli cup method is, see how you get the humidity build up on the sides? Humidity builds up on the lid, and they really need the humidity to develop. But at the same time, with this inner lid, with it being in the plastic cup, they can't climb it. So the only thing they do is stay on the bottom on that stocking. And you can see it's nice and taut, so that way it stays above the water. You never have to worry about it sinking into the water. And this is good for them up until second instar, and then they'll get separated and put into their individual deli cups. And then what I do with that is, this is my incubation cabinet. So as you can see, it's 81 right now. It's usually anywhere between 80 and 85, depending on how many times I open the door. So once I have the eggs in there, I have this heat mat on a thermostat that is set to around 83, I think. So I'll put the heat pad on there, and that'll heat this whole cabinet. And then once it gets up to temperature, it shuts down. So what I'll do is I'll take these and I'll set that corner right on the heat mat, so that way it's not on there, it's getting a little bit of heat. Then that heat also causes the incubator to cause more humidity, which is better. And I also put this glass of water in here to create more humidity too. That lasts about 2-3 days before I have to refill that cup, but it disperses the humidity through the cabinet, which is good. So I just keep stuff in here if I want to keep incubated or warmer, at a warmer temperature. Like my Celadonia's in here. The tea room is that's about 80, it's usually in between 80-85 as well. But humidity with the humidifier out there, the air's a lot drier. No matter how much humidity I put in there, it's still drier, so it's easier controlled in this little area. So I keep the Celadonia in here. But I don't know if anybody else's kitchen cabinets have spiders in them, but it works out well and it's effective. So that is our incubator tutorial. See you next time.